Welcome, coaches, to the Coaching Magic Podcast, where we reveal, discover, and create the insights, tools, and aha moments that make your coaching seem, well, magical. I'm your host, Jill Young, and I invite you to listen up, giddy up, and buckle up as we play with this creative profession of coaching that helps humans become their best, including you. Hey, coaches. Today on the Coaching Magic Podcast, I have a chat with Sophia Qadri. Sophia is the owner of the Spring to Health Apothecary and my dear friend here in Keller, Texas. Today on the podcast, we talk about coaching as support, and we weave in the plants as and talk really about how they support us as human beings. And we connect lots of dots between herbalism and coaching. We also consider the possibility that we all might be healers. And Sophia helps us understand as coaches how we can recycle, rejuvenate our energy with what she's calling this energy exchange. Sophia and I are also announcing this fun project we've been working on. So listen in, buckle up, get excited to be as excited as I am about this fun project Sophia and I have created for you. I'll see you inside there. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Coaching Magic, the podcast. Today, I have one of my very best friends, Sophia, joining us for the Coaching Magic Podcast. And I'm in a different location. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to my other space here in Irving, Texas. Sophia, thank you so much for being with us here today on the Coaching Magic Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited for this.
Yay! You guys, Sophia is a different type of coach. You know, on the Coaching Magic Podcast, we love all kinds of coaches. And Sophia is a certified herbalist. So Sophia uses the plants of the earth to support people in being their best. Sophia, I wonder if you just want to talk a little bit about your relationship with the plants, the herbs, and really your philosophy and your approach to how this helps all of us become our best.
Sure. Um, it's really hard for me to put labels on myself, but I also I'm a registered herbalist and I also do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. And I think that the plants brought that to me.
Mm.
So I got into this by just supporting myself because I wasn't getting any answers for whatever condition I had. And then my children, they were getting sick and we were not getting answers. So I started using herbs and they were just magical for me. And the moment I tried them, they just invited me into different things. And this is what I teach in my classes at the shop, um, is that this is such a rewarding practice, whether you're using herbs at home or you're just sitting in nature with plants or trees. Um, they just love to communicate and basically hug you and become your friends and guide you. So yeah, every time you pick one herb and you start learning about it, you see how it supports you, where where is the energy going in your body. Um, and then you get introduced to another and something spiritual afterwards. So it's just wonderful.
This description you've given us of these plants supporting us. I love what you said. You said the plants love to communicate with us.
Hmm.
And if I start to take the plants as a coach, and then of course there's lots of us who listening to this podcast who we've labeled ourselves. Thank you for that. We've labeled ourselves as a coach. And I start to think about how I love to work with humans. And yes, when humans will ask me questions, when they reach out to me, I want to support them more. This is this is something that I do when I coach teams. I coach teams and I see them about once a quarter, and I will look them in the eyes at the end of their session, all these humans, and I'll say, "Call me if you get stuck. Call on me. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. I'm here to be your friend." And Sophia, 90% of them don't call. Now, I'm hoping it's because they didn't get stuck. They're fine. Like, this is great. But sometimes they'll come back a quarter later and they'll say, "Well, I thought about calling you, or I was going to call you." And then they proceed to tell me the story of where they were really stuck and really suffering. And as you told your story about the plants, I'm like, yeah, I know how they feel. I know how they feel. I wonder, with your work with Reiki, which I'm going to give a quick definition of Reiki if any of the coaches are like, "What is that?" And then you can correct me. I feel like Reiki energy is when Sophia works with my energy, we're just working together to subtly move the energy where the energy is most useful. Is that
That's
a good
absolutely
description?
correct.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. And with that Reiki, I'm thinking about what I do in a very business oriented session room or a one on one with a coach or an individual. And I think that's what I'm doing too. I'm listening,
Hmm.
I'm attuning my energy to their energy. They're asking a question. We're both listening for guidance, for feelings, for energy. And all we're doing is we're just kind of simplifying it, dissolving some things. But that's the feeling I get, is that it just kind of gently moves the energy to where it's most useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the connection that you made. And I just finished reading this book by Caroline Mays. It's called The Essential Guide for Healers.
Mm,
And it's just interesting to me how she talks about who a healer is, and it doesn't have to like look like a healer. I mean, you could be sitting in a bank making everybody feel better while they're opening their bank account, and you
mm,
could be a healer that way.
mm,
So it's just about how do you move your energy? Do you sit with yourself, and are you able to provide that atmosphere for other people?
mm. What a beautiful definition and that expansion of the word healer. Most of the coaches that I coach, they probably wouldn't use that word, like, "Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
healer." But what just like Sophia started this conversation, coaches, she says, I'm not really sure about labels, but what if we just had a little practice or an exercise of like,
Hmm.
are we healers? And maybe it's just because we're a human, we're a healer. I
Yeah.
start to think about the I wrote about this in one of my books, and now I forget which book it was. But it's the difference between being a consumer of energy and a producer of energy. When you opened up that definition of healer for us, it made me remember that of like, I'm just producing this subtle energy, and I have more than enough to go around. So if somebody is feeling like you need a little energy, some of my friends call it vitamin J, vitamin Jill. If
I
you feel
love that.
if you feel you need a little more, well, I have it, and then you yeah, you can come consume that, but we're all kind of producers and consumers. Um
Yeah. And I've definitely taken a lot of doses of the vitamin J and absolutely love it.
there's plenty to go around, Sophia. I love supporting you. I love supporting you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this relationship with the plants, this relationship with subtle energy, coaches, whew, if if this is true, and um, oh boy, I had Trevor Timbeck on a couple of weeks ago on this podcast, and we were discussing truth. So now every time I say true, I'm like, ooh, whoa, it messes with my mind. It's great. But if we're going to hold this premise, or we're going to go to this domain where coaches produce this subtle energy to help support, to help people be their best, um, to help channel subtle energy to where it is most useful. If this is the magic of what's happening in coaching, then I am also at the same time seeing and feeling that doing this over and over and over and over and over again, I am also human. And there's at some points when I need to say, okay, that cycle of the energy going out is now I need to enter into a part of the cycle where the energy is coming in. What would you share with the coaching magic community around that energy cycle?
I love that you talked about that. I had to learn this the hard way.
Most of us do.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to learn.
Ta-da!
When I got into this like 3.5 years ago when I opened my shop, I was just giving, giving, giving.
Mhm.
Um, and there was a lot of things that I was offering for free because, it money doesn't, I don't want to say that it doesn't mean anything to me, but it's not the most important thing.
There we go. Mhm.
So, and there was this one time I talked to this spiritual coach.
Mm,
She was at my shop and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And she goes, Sophia, are you offering things for free? And I'm like, how did you know that?
mm,
And she was like, you're draining your energy.
mm,
Um, and there needs to be an energy exchange every time you have a trade going on, right? Because you're going to drain yourself. And I listened to her. I thought about it. It had a huge impact on me, but I did not implement that.
mm,
Um, and then fast forward a year later, I was getting so sick. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't feel my energy. And then I started searching for answers, being a health coach myself. And I
mm.
learned that I have what people call burnout, and that's real.
Yeah.
Um, so I
Yes.
had adrenal burnout. And
Oh.
there's always two ways of looking at a disease is through the energetic lens, through the emotional lens, and through the physical lens. So physically, I had all these symptoms, and yes, there are herbs to support it, but energetically, I had to make changes too. So now I make sure that I have a small price attached that, it means something to me, like it's an exchange. So I hope I answered that question.
You answered it, and you gave us so much more. Thank you so much. This dis-ease, first of all, I love how you said it. It's dis-ease. It's just the opposite of ease, and that just blew my mind. But I would just wanna recap. There's 3 ways to look at it. You said energy, emotional, and physical.
Hmm.
And I I think I heard you say, and let me make sure I'm not assuming that the herbal support, yes, can help with the physical. Can it also help with the energy and the emotional?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So that's what I
So,
love. That's
yeah.
cool. Herbs are so useful and versatile
Hmm.
versus maybe an antibiotic, and I don't know shit about fuck, okay? But an antibiotic helps me physically, but
Yeah.
maybe not emotionally or energetically.
That's exactly right, because it's not alive. And antibiotics or any other pharmaceutical drug is made from plants. So what they do is they extract the active constituent, they take it in a lab, they multiply it, so it's extremely potent, and then they make a medicine out of it. But they left what was the body of the plant, the other
Mhm.
constituents that were supporting that constituent, and they basically, it's not alive, right? And when you take herbal medicine like a tincture, you're basically taking something that's alive.
Okay, again, you just blew my everything. So, I'm a big fan of, like, science and magic, right? Science and herbs, like, let's use all of it. I love that you shared with us this the pharmaceuticals, they're all derived from plants. I think I knew that here, but I also knew it energetically here, but they're not alive, and it's the whole thing. It's we want all the constituents.
Right.
Oh boy, that's so exciting. Um, so there needs to be this energy exchange. So when I was asking the question about, coaches were always giving, giving, giving. Most of the coaches that I'm coaching, we are getting an exchange of dollars. This is great.
Right.
Like we're getting exchange of dollars. Thank you for elevating that. It's not just that we are making money to pay our bills and save for retirement or anything like that. This is this is actually an energetic thing.
Yes. Exactly. So every time we do a wellness event, we love supporting local people,
Mm.
people who are making products, other Reiki healers, and we invite them in our shop. So I text them and I say, here's an energy exchange. And it might be like $20, but there's an energy exchange.
Mm. There is something. Yep,
Yeah.
there is something. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. There's a project that you and I have been working on together that I'm excited to announce to everybody. You you guys, I just want to brag on Sophia for a minute. Sophia has this beautiful shop in Keller, Texas, and that's where I live too. Spring to Health Apothecary. Ah, I just love it so much. You walk into this shop and you can feel the energy of the plants. She's got these shelves that feel to me like they go for miles, energetic miles of these beautiful, beautiful herbs, energetically, emotionally, physically, these beautiful herbs. She also, every time I'm in there, she says, "Can I make you a cup of tea?" Ah! And there's this little corner that makes the cup of tea. What I also love to do when I go to Sophia's shop is just ask her about an herb that will just kind of jump off the shelf at me. What is this? What is that? So one day, I had a deck of cards. You guys know I love the oracle cards. I flipped through them and I found this. I pulled this card of schisandra, and it's this berry. So I take this to Sophia and I'm like, Sophia, what is this? What is this, Sophia? Why would I pull this card? So, Sophia, just, reveal some magic of w- how, why in the world I specifically would have chosen that card, Shisandra. What does this do? How does it apply to coaches?
Sure. Oh my God, I just loved it when you spoke about Shisandra when you walked in that day. I don't think I could express it really well, but I could match the energy of Shisandra so much with you. Like you are Shisandra,
Ah, I am Shisandra. I'm going to change my name.
aka Shisandra. Um, but yeah, it's just incredible. Like all the things that Shisandra can do. Like you have your hands in so many things. Like you're doing coaching magic, you have your books, and you come to my shop and you spread love and you come to the events and you're giving me hugs and little gifts and it's just so many things you do like Shisandra. When I teach about herbs, I like to make it easy to
Mm.
for people to understand. So before I talk about the benefits, I'll tell you how to recognize the properties of the herb.
Oh,
So in
yeah.
herbalism, we go by the taste of the herb because the herb's taste has a lot of actions. And once you understand the taste, you can understand the benefits. This herb is called the five flavor herb because it has all five flavors. And there's not many out there like that. There would be like four or five that have different flavors like that. So it's got the taste of bitter, which is the taste that aids in digestion. Every time you taste bitter on your tongue, it produces digestive enzymes. It has the taste of sour, which is a taste that tonifies your mucous membrane. So if you have something that's leaking, let's say, for example, diarrhea,
Mm,
that's when you would use a sour herb, which is an astringent.
mm,
It has a taste of sweet, which is a taste that nourishes and builds you. Salty, which is a taste that has minerals. Again, they're very building and softening and grounding to your body.
mm,
And the taste of pungent, which is the herbs that are diffusive. So they go in your body, they circulate, they send,
mm.
they could be used as a catalyst in a formula to increase the benefits of it. So having said that, Shisandra has all of them. Um, all these benefits come as it's it's a stress modifier. Like it will help you um, respond better to
Mm.
stress and protect your cellular energy. Um, it can also improve focus, memory, and so it's widely used for things like ADD.
Hmm.
It can reduce your fatigue, again, energize you. The other thing that we recognize herbs from is something called the doctrine of signatures, where you see what an herb looks like and then you can tell what it's good for. And Schisandra is red, so it's a cardioprotective herb. It promotes circulation, it normalizes your blood pressure, um, and then the sweet flavor brings about all these vitamins A, D, E, potassium, magnesium, chromium, all of those things that are nourishing. I can talk on and on about it if you want me to.
The often in the Coaching Magic podcast, we will take a timeout. And usually it's a timeout for me to point out to the coaches what has just happened. This timeout is going to be just a little bit different, coaches. Um, I'm going to invite you to rewind this 2 minutes, listen to Sophia talk about the elements of Schisandra, and and then you pause this. This is your timeout. Pause this and correlate that to what we need for support as coaches. Now, my invitation is for you to do that yourself because it's a really good exercise for coaches to put together metaphors, connect dots. See, this is like that. This helps with this. It's a really good exercise for our brains and for our heart. So do that, coaches. Pause, go back, pause it, do it yourself, do the exercise yourself. And then I'm just going to do it right here. Uh, just adding to Sophia's story, when Sophia was telling me this, and she's sharing with me what these properties are, I just kept getting more excited and more excited. Now, when I went in to share this with Sophia, I wasn't specifically thinking about coaching magic or coaches. I just pulled this Schisandra card and I know who tells me about it, and it's Sophia, and I take it to her. And I kept getting more and more excited about what this now can do for us as coaches. This herbal support from the earth, supporting our bodies, our energy, our mental. And here's a few things that I came up with. Digestion. Oftentimes we say things to our clients, or we invite our clients to think in a different way. And how can they digest it? How can we help what's coming out of our mouths to be digestible for our clients? So again, I'm tying dots together. The sweet, the nourishment. How often is a coach seen as a point of nourishment for our clients? But we also need this ourselves. Nourishment, the salty, the minerals. I just kept feeling grounding for us as coaches. Some of us see multiple humans in a day, and to recalibrate, clean our own energy, call it back to ourselves, and then recalibrate to a wholly different human. Uh, how lovely is that we can, um, spoiler alert, Sophia and I made you a tincture. Ta-da! We can take this tincture, we can ingest and have this relationship with this
Right
beautiful
here.
berry. Look, she's holding it up. Grounding, grounding in your magic. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, Sophia, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. But also, how, Sophia, you talked about a stress modifier. Oh, we need to modify our stress. We do this for our clients. Protection, focus, reduce fatigue. And then the color of the berry is red. Oh, just wrap all of this around with dropping into our hearts, coaches, dropping into our hearts. And that is such a lovely place from which to coach and support other human beings. I
Yes.
too could go on. I'm so excited about this tincture that we've made for you, coaches. One thing I don't know is how I'm going to get it to you, but we'll put it in the show notes. If you want some, let me know. We'll figure it out. Um, we do have Coaching Magic Immersive that is this weekend. So, Sophia, I'm going to come pick those up from you and deliver them to the people at Coaching Magic Immersive this weekend. I'm just so excited and so grateful for you to go in this, do this project with me.
Me too. It's been a pleasure and so interesting and exciting to mix this concoction with all the energies that you provide and with the energies that I work with.
Mm.
Um, and then the energy of Schisandra, of course.
Of course. So
I'm
we've got
really
three
excited.
things in there. We've got some Sophia magic, we've got some Jill magic, and we've got some Shisandra magic in there. Yes? Awesome. Any
Mm-hmm.
anything else you would like the coaches to know? Any encouragement from you, maybe how to work with the tincture or anything like that
Sure.
from our official certified herbalist here at Coaching Magic.
Yeah, I guess I can explain the dosage and how to use it.
Sure.
Um, so when I went to school, I've learned different ways of using herbs. And one of them is using like just 1 ml of the tincture and you just full, this is like 1 ml. When you squeeze the
Okay.
dropper and you have a dropper full and you pour it in 2 ounces of water and you drink it. And that way you will see, because it's more, you will see results faster, more physical.
Mm.
Um, but another way of doing it is to feel the energy of the herb. And I encourage everyone the first time they take this, do it this way. And that's just a few drops
Okay.
under the tongue. And you just pour it under your tongue like
Just
this.
a few drops under the tongue.
And you will feel all the flavors. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. The sweet, the sour, the salty, the bitter, the pungent, everything. And and it's soury, so it's contracting
Yep.
the mucous membranes. But I felt it as soon as I took it. I felt energy around my pelvic floor and
Mm,
going down
mm,
towards my legs, which means, to me, it means that it's grounding me.
mm.
And just see where the herb goes and what does it want to indicate when you take it the first time.
Beautiful. It's, coaches, it's noticing. We talk a lot about noticing. Um, the coaches in Coaching Magic, I mean, that is what we do. We just practice noticing. That's our job, to observe, then respond, co-create, return and reflect. It's all has noticing at its base. And the way I love to take the tincture is to do that. Um, take a little bit of it. Sometimes it's in water, sometimes it's straight in there, and to notice what's coming up for me. So I
Mhm.
grounding my body, and then oftentimes something drops in for me or for another client that I'm working with, and I can feel this beautiful energy just kind of bubble out from my energy field about 3 to 6 feet depending on the day, and that's how I experience the tincture for sure. But it's different for everyone, and it's just how the herb is working with you and your energies. Did I say that right, Sophia?
Absolutely correct. Yes.
Mm. Well, I'm excited to get this into the hands of coaches, Sophia. Also, I do know that there's other things that you do or sell, and I know people can buy things online. So you don't need to be in Keller, Texas, to benefit from Sophia's lovely energy and her products. What's the best way for someone to experience your creations?
We used to have a website and we're working on it, so it's down. But you can
Woo!
always call the shop.
Mhm.
And if you call the shop, you ask us, what do you have for this?
Mm.
We will put it together for you and we can ship it. So if you're not local, that's one way to do it. If you are local, you can come to the shop to buy the products, have tea if products are not interesting, or you can come and participate in the events. We do Reiki sound baths, we do transformative breath work, anything holistic that heals your mind, body, and soul can be found at our apothecary.
Awesome. And if you are local, I love to go to Sophia's events too. So just call me, Kay. Call me and we'll go together. We'll go together for sure. Sophia, thank you so much for joining us on Coaching Magic Podcast today. This has been expansive. You've given me new definitions of dis-ease. Thank you for that. A lovely tie from our planet Earth and the plants and how they're supporting us and how coaching supports us. I appreciate you as my coach, my plant coach, my plant and energy coach. I appreciate you. And thank you. Thank you for being who you are.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me. This means so much to me. I've never heard myself talk about myself. I've only taught about plants and herbalism. So this, like I said, you're a healer and you've healed me in so many ways doing this. So I need to
Mm.
thank you
Mm. Well, I think we just kind of walk around this planet probably healing each other, don't we?
for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, Sophia. I will see you soon.
See ya. Bye bye.
Thank you for playing with me today in the land of coaching magic. If you want more magic, I invite you to explore www.jillyoung.com. This is where you can see all the shenanigans I've created for you to expand your world of coaching. See you there. And remember, you are magic.